mackerel. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But would you dare to say it's weird?
It is.
Yes, weird. That's right. It's the weird edition of Russell and Hunter. Thanks for hanging out. He's Rob Hunter. I'm Mike Russell, and we're a pre-show debate on what weird is. But what is weird is actually my son told me this last night, and I didn't really catch what he said until Rob brought it up in pre-show, and it was that Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man, is coming back to the Marvel Universe as another character. And my question is, seriously, and in the lore of comic books, he was the one that killed Thanos, which kind of ties the whole thing in. I don't like it because now what is Iron Man identifying as someone else now, or is this a woke move, or is this just absolute stupidity? Yeah, I don't know how they're going to put this together. This actually pissed me off.
I agree. Spoiler alert: Iron Man dies. Robert Downey Jr.'s character dies, and now he's going to come back as Dr. Doom in 2026. What? There are no other actors? And I love Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. is one of the best actors out there. Tropic Thunder, one of my favorite comedy movies. Him as Iron Man, the first Iron Man movie, he really set the tone for Marvel. He was perfect as Iron Man. That's what I think the big issue for me is, Mike. Like, seriously?
Yeah. Like, stop jacking with me. It's not like there's no actors in Hollywood that you can't find to play this dude. I mean, he's gone. He did his time. He's coming around. And it's just, again, it's insulting my intelligence, insulting my love of the whole Marvel franchise and all of that. Yeah. Lynn, that's why it matters, Lynn.
Well, you mentioned the other day, and this is kind of it. Why does it matter, Lynn? Because you said yesterday, Lynn, you wanted to do other things in politics. So here we are doing other things in politics.
I know. That's why it matters.
Yeah, and you just mentioned, Mike, that you're actually excited to go back to the movies because you saw Gladiator 2. The trailer looks pretty good. You've seen a couple others. You're like, oh, my goodness, it's going to draw me back.
Joker 2 with Lady Gaga? Oh, come on.
Yeah, and now this. Like, we're just going to repurpose RDJ, and we're going to put him as the bad guy when he saved the whole Marvel universe in the first 12 15, 16 episodes. What is this?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it'll stretch him acting wise because he's not going to come off with that same Tony Stark smirk little, smarmy attitude.
Yeah, it's going to be Tony Stark as the bad guy. Like, come on, man. It's got to be. Give me some. I don't know. Who do you think would play a good Dr. Doom?
I don't know. What's the guy from There Will Be Blood and from that guy? Yes.
Can you imagine what a superhero movie as a bad guy?
Dude, well, he's done everything else. Like Gary Oldman, maybe. I mean, give me somebody that's just a badass method actor and just heck yeah, do it, Dr. Doom.
Can you imagine? Because Daniel Day-Lewis goes around. When he played Lincoln, he was Lincoln. You had to talk to him as Abe, Mr. President, whatever it was. So can you imagine Daniel Day-Lewis says there's Dr. Doom all the time, 24 hours a day. 7 days a week. Ooh, Cillian Murphy. Brendan. That's a good idea. He's one of the guys that's always in Christopher Nolan movies. In the original Batman, he played the Scarecrow.
Oh,
Christopher Nolan.
Oh, yeah.
He plays Oppenheimer in the Oppenheimer movie.
Yeah.
He's a fantastic actor.
Okay. I like that plan.
And Grizz is getting you bonus points today.
Damn right, Grizz. You got, boy, if we had like, if I had a scoring system, I'd be jacking up right now. That's my favorite actor, hands down. Better than Denzel Washington.
Ooh, fighting words.
Those are fighting words in our relationship right there. Yes.
I do love me some Oldman. I love Gary Oldman, especially. I love him that he's in the Harry Potter series. He plays Sirius Black. That was cool. And you just, even going back to what's the movie where he plays the white dude with dreads, the Tarantino written movie?
Yeah, that's
True Romance.
True Romance. Yeah, Drexel.
Drexel. He's so good in that.
He's everything, man. He's Bram Stoker's Dracula. He's Dracula. He's Lee Harvey Oswald and JFK. I mean, the dude's just all over the place.
Brendan's on my side. Just saying. You got
okay.
Just saying.
God, when we were up in Flagstaff and you and I went round and round and round because I said, who did I say was a better actor than Denzel? And it went on because we had way too much to drink. And God, what was it? It wasn't I think it was like Don Cheadle or something like that.
Yeah.
I know. I totally poked the bear and it was too much fun. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Don Cheadle had so much potential when he first came out.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, all right, don't care anymore. But Denzel, Gladiator 2, let's go, baby. Equalizer 9. I'm going to go see Equalizer 9 when that comes out. Why not?
You get Reindeer Games. Oh, yeah. Steven Seagal. Now you're talking.
Yes.
Bring him back.
Okay, favorite Steven Seagal movie if you have one. Out for Justice all day. This is growing up in the 80s.
I've never seen a Seagal movie. I don't think I've seen an entire Steven Seagal movie. I don't. Give me some more names. I don't remember.
Hard to Kill, Marked for Death. I have to look up the rest.
I was a Jean-Claude fan after Bloodsport. I think was one of the greatest martial arts movies of all time. Badass movie. Chong Li. That's right. And Steven Seagal was here for a hot minute, just in Arpaio's posse.
He came out in the tank one day and rode along. He's like, I deployed from the left side of the vehicle. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get him. Under Siege. No. Brendan, Under Siege 2. I quote that movie all the time.
He does.
Because
literally does.
I wish I had the video because there's a clip in it in one of the actors, the bad guy, who basically says the world is pretend. He's like, China has and this is a movie, has a nuclear facility under this thing. We pretend that we don't know that China has this. China pretends that we pretend that we don't know, but everybody knows. It's just basically like America right now. We all know what's going on. They're trying to hide it, trying to cover it up. So we just go on pretending that everything's cool.
But then, okay, let's talk about actors here and gone off the damn rails. How about this? Freaking Rudy. What's up, Rudy? Rudy's a dude for Kamala? A white dude for Kamala? Is that it? I'm not kidding.
With his men,
he's on the white dudes for Kamala thing. Look at the fundraiser.
I think they had more than white men in that group.
3.1 million they want to raise for Kamala. White dudes for Kamala.
But the idea that men can gather to talk about how we feel. Interesting, powerful concept. And to include all, we said in our invitation, everyone is welcome. That's a really interesting phrase. Everyone is welcome.
These people have lost their minds.
You might hear it in other places. I'm pretty sure you can feel that it's true here with this particular political party and this particular candidate.
Yeah. Rudy, of all people. And then, because we were on movies here, we'll stay on the movies here. Rob knows my favorite movie series is what? Star Wars. The entire thing. All of it. I pay a lot for Disney Plus so I can watch my Star Wars crap. That's what I want to do. I love it. My dogs are all named after Mandalorians.
Facts.
I read, Jaster, Django, and Boba. Those are all...
You go deep too. You even go off the original. Like Jaster is not something that's in the main sphere.
Jaster actually adopted Django.
You got to go deep.
Django and Boba Fett is Django's clone.
Yeah, so you have to go back 3 levels of Boba Fett.
Hell yeah. So when I saw this staying on white dudes for Kamala, oh, here we go.
Get rid of the Department of Education completely. They're going to try and remake what we know as democracy into an autocracy. It's no surprise that he idolizes Viktor Orban and
watch other dictators and stuff. Watch
just say
the dictators of the world. That's what he yearns to be.
Here's the again,
he said it out loud that he wants to be a dictator from day one.
You think Luke Skywalker would have a better connection? Luke Skywalker would have better internet. No, nobody coming with me on that. I think Luke Skywalker would have better internet.
And he said only on day one, not from day one. I mean,
correct.
Big key difference. They're only day one versus.
And by the way, how many can you, by a show of hands? Let's ask Mark Hamill. As a matter of fact, Luke Skywalker. How many dictators wait till their second term? Anybody? How many dictators wait till their second term to be a dictator? Mm-hmm.
Poor Rudy. Poor Rudy.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks, Tequila Jim.
But you know who wasn't there?
What's that?
Arnold.
Oh,
Arnold wasn't in the group.
You know, he wasn't in a group because he had such an awful, and I mean awful. I'm going to the DC days as Dr. Freeze from in the Batman series. Everybody chill. Yeah, no, dude, no, nope. He's not going to be Dr. Doom. Sorry, Arnold is out. Yeah,
Arnold.
Here's the Luke exactly.
Here's the question of the day on election
John
day.
Wick done. John Wick over. John Wick done. Don't even start with me. Man, John Wick.
That's a good
It's
one.
not even a contest. No?
It's a contest. It'd be a contest.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that. Okay, yeah. John Wick. That's it. My money's on John Wick.
I think Keanu's younger than Denzel, so he has an advantage. there. John Wick is younger than the Equalizer because Denzel, I think, is mid-60s. Keanu's like 50-something. Keanu is well-trained, though, in real life. In order to play that John Wick role, I don't know if you've seen the video, Mike, I know you have, of Keanu going through that course with firearms.
No. Don't skip over it. Don't skip over it. Who's timing him?
I don't know.
Halle Berry. What's up? Oh, I played that on the Go Show. Like, the guys grizzle back me on this. I kept playing it. I'm like, and back to Halle Berry. And okay, he can shoot back to Halle Berry. He can shoot back to Halle Berry. Yeah, nice, Jim. Palpatine. Yes, Palpatine did get reelected first. I think he was elected first. I don't think he was reelected. Yeah.
Hitler was elected too. I mean, truth be told.
But they didn't wait till the second term is my point. If the man had 4 years to be a dictator, he would have been a damn dictator, period. Just
I
stop
think,
with this. It's just such a weak. It's like going to the Hitler route. It's just like, oh, he's going to be a dictator. Oh, he's whatever. Actually, we had it on the show notes for a bit, buddy. It was what is it? Project 2025. Is not even a Trump organization anything. He's actually not denounced it, but he's mentioned it. He's like, this isn't even my stuff. There's a couple things in there which I kind of dig, but I mean, this isn't even my thing. It was from the what was it, buddy? The Heritage Foundation.
Yeah, the guy actually in charge of it just resigned today.
Oh, see, there you go. Yeah. So, but it was useful enough that the Democrats can assume that no one's going to challenge it. They're going to think that, oh, it's linked to Donald Trump. It's going to stay linked to Donald Trump because it's Project 2025 instead of programmed or like Project 47 is what he is.
You and I talk about this all the time. Elections are not about facts. Elections are about emotions.
Yeah.
And that's what this is. And this is why I always say, if you're part of a cause, you're part of a cause. If you're the crazy part of a cause, you will be used against your own cause. January 6th, a perfect example of that. The Project 2012 is a secondary example of that. If you're trying to come on in here and be, I'm conservative and I'm going to get Trump to adopt these plans and they're crazy plans, they'll be used against the guy you like. That's why, especially the Heritage Foundation. I used to interview the Heritage Foundation all the time on previous talk shows. They used to be libertarian based. Yeah. I don't know what happened to that place. It has completely abandoned its old principles because libertarianism is live and let live, man. You be you, go be you. I'm going to be me. That's cool. The Heritage Foundation Project 2025 wants to restore some type of, I don't know, religious morality by law into this country, which, in my opinion, is not a good way to go.
Yeah, and Larry brings a good point. There were a good half of this country is like, lock it all down. And he's like, no, I ain't that kind of. If you were dictator, you'd be like, oh, cool, that's a fantastic idea. Let's do that. And then the Democrats did it, and then they pointed to him saying he wants to be a dictator. So the whole dictator Hitler thing is just absolutely stupid, but it works on weak beta males like Rudy here and Luke Skywalker. I mean, we should have known that right out of the gates, episode 4. I was going to go to Toshi Station to pick up power converters. We should have known exactly who this man was right out of the gates. Little emu punk.
Well, my big problem with it is the lack of creativity. Because all it is
emo. Sorry.
Yeah. But you're saying the same things over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I get it. You don't like the guy. That's okay. It's been obvious for 9 years now. You don't like the guy. Cool. Now what?
Yeah. But I mean, I saw I forget. Let me see what publication it was. Read the headline because it's fantastic. Ready for this? Hulk Hogan is not the only way to be a man. Like, okay, guys, we get it. Okay, yeah, toxic masculinity, and you don't have to be Hulk Hogan and tear your shirt to be a man. And it's this doofus that's on there. It's like, okay, great. You can be a beta male and still be a man, but not a man, in my opinion. But yeah, there's more than one way, damn it, and that's supporting Kamala. Ha! Okay, good. Beta males for Kamala is exactly what it should have been.
Rhonda's got it right. It has felt like a lifetime these last 9 years.
Yeah. But it's good. We get to narrate it and have fun with it. I mean, it's just what it is. I mean, if we couldn't laugh and talk through it, we'd cry because it's just, especially the stuff that Rob and I get to see. It's just like, okay, God, just come on. There's somebody got to throw us a bone here. And then you see these beta punks like Luke Skywalker and what's his name? His name's Green or something like that. What's the guy's name? Austin Green. Yeah. Sean Astin. That's it. Yeah. He's just beta males is saying, yes, we can talk about our feelings. Men talk about feelings all the damn time. This is not some new concept that you need to push up on men like we don't do it. Rob and I talk about that crap all the time. As a matter of fact, when we were in studio together, Rob was funny because Rob would do this. Rob would know that I'm off, man. Rob would just be like, boom. I mean, 17 years been hanging out. He'd finish something on his notes. He'd push away from the desk like this. And he'd look at me and go, so what's going on? What can I help you with? What's going on? Yep, dude. Yeah, we talk about that crap all the time. You could not call me a man. We talk about feelings all the time. In this Austin Green or Brian, whatever Sean Austin is just like, what an amazing concept that men can talk about feelings. Wow, go Kamala. Like Kamala Harris is going to be elected president. All men are going to just say, you know what? Screw this testosterone thing. This masculinity thing just doesn't work for us. We just like to be a bunch of beta males that talk about feelings. It's childish.
Well, and here's what I would say. I would just say this. I look at this and I say, feelings are individual things, selfish things. They come to you for a reason, something you've experienced in your past, something you've thought about in your past, and a current event triggers you to go back to that time. It's working on your own and doing that work that actually sets you free. Because I think what is missing from most political debates is the idea of personal freedom, which is so tantamount to you and only you, because your life, your experiences are completely different than mine. Even if we went to the same event, Mike and I have been to many, 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 many of the same events. We'll each walk out with a different experience because we're looking at it through our own lens. So what I think is missing from this group, white males for Kamala, is there's no actual steps to improve yourself. No one's trying to say, okay, look, let's talk about our feelings, men, and what that means. Because it's just, oh, you have feelings. Now talk about them. Okay, but what are you going to do about those feelings? Because they're just feelings, man. It's just a vibration in your body, some energy from somewhere.
White Dudes for Kamala is about one issue and one issue only: being afraid of one out of 155 million males in America. You're afraid of one of them.
Oh no, they're afraid everybody votes for that one.
Boy, BS, dude. They're afraid of the mean orange man. He's gonna come. That's all they're talking about. A bunch of crap on Trump. That is, instead of, hey, you know why I'm backing Kamala? Because she's got this. She did this. Here's how she can work with the Senate for this. Nope. White Dudes for Kamala is, we are beta males that are afraid of Trump. That's the translation. We are betas that are scared of the mean orange man.
Yeah, it used to be a day, Rhonda, when we could do that. Have a little disagreement, get along. Like the Pepperidge Farm days.
Pepperidge Farms, right now.
Did you have a favorite Pepperidge Farm snack?
No, I just remember the commercials. I didn't even know what Pepperidge Farms was. They had meat sticks, didn't they?
I'm going to look at
they cookies
right now.
Or are they cookies?
They are bakers. Goldfish. Oh,
that's from Pepperidge Farms?
Apparently, there's goldfish right on their
just down. My teenage kids just downed an entire Costco-sized box of those damn things.
Oh, yeah, that's them. They also make Milano cookies, which are amazing.
Oh, that's okay. Rhonda said that. Milano cookies, yeah. So, but Brendan brings up a fantastic point. I actually have a list of people, and I know Tequila Jim's on here, so get ready for your White Dudes with Kamala registration email, pal, because I'm signing everybody up. I'm signing all you bozos up now. Yep, you guys are going to get it. White Dudes for Kamala emails. Here we go.
You should send them to your non-white friends too, just for fun. Just to see what
there you go. Fred Lucero, it's coming, buddy. I see you on there. I see you, Freddie. You're gonna get your White Dudes for Kamala. It's gonna happen.
Well, I'll just put this out there too, because again, I'm trying to get to a point in my life where I'm not judging other people because I don't care. Like, good for you guys, awesome. But what difference do you really think you're making in the world? And that's what, Mike, I think you're getting at, right? Is what are you trying to go for here? Are you trying to make the country better with new policy, as Greg Meekin just mentioned? Do you have a better vision of America? What is it that you're actually after? Are you actually after a president who doesn't make you feel something? Because that's a whole conversation in and of itself.
Yes. I will get you a Kamala beer koozie. Tequila Jim. We got you, bud. We got you. Kamala 2024 beer koozie coming your way. Rob, next time you talk about anything, I'll be going to pop off screen here and I'm going to go order the beer koozie.
Nice.
Yeah. I would, yeah, but see, that's the thing, Greg. It seems appealing. It does, but I got the time. I just don't have the time to go troll anybody. I'm like, it's fine.
There's plenty of trolls out there already. I mean, go on Twitter this morning. You'll see all the trolls about the white dudes for Kamala.
It's embarrassing. But it's fine. But I'm glad they said white dudes for Kamala, not white men for Kamala, because they're not representing men by any stretch of the imagination. I'm having a tough time. Rob and I we had a little discussion before the show on what weird is. Well, weird, because he thinks JD Vance is weird, and that's the new Democrat talking point, which I'll show you just a second. Literally, the only thing they can come up with JD Vance is not JD Vance proposed this legislation, JD Vance screwed up here, JD Vance committed war crimes as a Marine. They can't come up with that. It's just
his running
it's
mate
weird.
are saying, well, it's just plain weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
These guys are just weird. That's where they are. As weird and creepy as JD Vance.
Weird and creepy.
Super weird idea from JD Vance.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's quite weird. They're just plain weird.
Just plain weird. Just plain weird.
That stuff is weird. They come across weird and then they start being weird. Yeah, they're weird.
Being a really weird.
He's such a weirdo.
Donald Trump and his weirdo running mate. They're weird.
Just weird.
Deeply and profoundly weird.
They are weird. These Republicans just being weird. It's just weird. It's really weird.
Republican weirdness goes.
Yeah, this goes on for just a entire mashup of this. That's their talking point is weird. And so I'm bringing this up. Sight of the cat lady. Sight of the cat lady coming. Where is JD Vance weird? I don't understand this. The dude is by all rights, he was a pretty vanilla senator. I don't really know that there was anything that was earth shattering that the guy did. So what the only thing is resorting to name calling, and the name calling is essentially weird.
And it's also a Trumpism. There's a strategy. It's weird because that's one of the things the white dudes for Kamala don't like is that Trump calls people names. So here you are calling people names.
Yeah.
Here's where I actually think weird's a compliment. I do. Because weird to me means you're not a conformist. Weird to me means you stand out in a certain way. So I'll tell you what's weird about JD Vance. The fact that he's running for vice president of the United States is weird because this is a guy who became a Marine, went and fought, came back, went to Yale Law School, wrote a book about his poor upbringing in Kentucky and Ohio, became a senator after joining, I don't know, some venture capitalist firm or something. I forget what he did, but he made a bunch of money. That's weird in and of itself that he's been a senator. What did he win in 2022? So he's been a senator for a year and a half, and he's now the vice president running mate for Donald Trump. That in and of itself is a weird story because it's outside of the norm. And as far as the childless cat-like comments or whatever, here's one of the challenges that future politicians are going to run into. When you go on Fox News or you go on Twitter, you want to get noticed. So you have to say things like childless cat ladies running the country are crazy or whatever it was that he said. So the fact that you tried to troll and fit into the atmosphere, all these things are going to come out, right? Because you go back and you see Kamala's comments. They're not all.
He's going after exactly Kamala and the Pocahontases. He's going after them. He's like, we have these freaking crazy cat ladies, which they act like crazy cat ladies is running the damn country. He's not wrong. That's not weird. That's actually funny.
A lot of women don't think it's funny. Well, hey, look, here's the thing, though. Here's the other thing that JD Vance has said. And again, let's go down the childless comments. He said, people like me that don't have kids should pay higher taxes because we don't have a stake in the future of this country.
You should pay lower taxes.
But that's not what JD Vance thinks.
Okay.
So that's a weird position to say that, okay, Rob and Amy, who couldn't have kids for whatever reason, they should pay more taxes than Mike because Mike has kids. And that we don't have a stake in the future of this country because we don't have kids. It's just very dismissive, and it's a cool talking point to make the rounds on social media, but it's stupid policy.
Okay. Have I said really off-brand, off-color stuff, Rob, in our time together?
Obviously.
Okay. Does that but does that DQ me as your friend, a somebody who talks on air, a talking head? Does that disqualify me because I've said some really weird stuff?
No, I embrace the weird.
But they take one comment like that and then move with it. It's a lot like that dude. What was his name? The guy, the kicker from the Chiefs.
Butker.
That's it. I almost said Butkus, and I knew that was not right. Another football player. What is the same sport? Dick Butkus, fantastic actor. But this guy Butker, if you listen to the entirety of his speech, it takes on a whole new life, and you realize his audience was a private Catholic school, so his audience plus the entire context is important. It's a lot like there's good people on both sides. You watch the speech in its entirety, and you under a press conference in that case in its entirety, and you're like, okay, it was used against him as a soundbite. JD Vance is not, from everything I've seen, is not a weird dude, but this is a labeling thing. But they can't think of anything bad about him, so they think weird. It's weird. Gee, he's just, holy cow, he's weird. You know what's weird? Senate staffers getting caught having naughty gay relations in the Senate chambers. That's weird, but it's okay. It's dismissed. And this guy's just weird because he made one comment. Come on.
Look, this is all politics, man. This is what politics is. Politics is not logical. It's not factual. It's not based on reason. It's not based on policy. It's based on personalities. It's based on feelings, to go back to the white dudes for Kamala. And I think that's the big part about this. First and foremost, I will take this to the grave with me until a poll shows me different. People do not vote for the vice presidential candidate. They don't generally care. When you say weird JD Vance, you're appealing to your MSNBC audience. You're giving them affirmation. It's the same thing that KFYI gives Trump fans. It's the same thing that Twitter gives both sides. Affirmation. Because for some reason, massive amounts of people are insecure in their own beliefs and need it to be reinforced. So if you're afraid of the Trump ticket and don't like the Trump ticket, if you have Kamala et al. Coming at you and saying JD Vance is weird, you find some comfort in that. You're like, yes, he is weird. But so what? No one's voting for JD Vance. People are voting for Trump or against Trump. End of story. So all this is a fundraising ploy. It's an attention ploy. And it's working on the left the same way certain things work on the right. I mean, that's just it. That's how politics works. It's find a little nugget, a talking point, talk about it until next week, and you find something else to be outraged about, and you talk about that.
I just want someone to tell me why the dude's weird. I just literally want some sort of something. And the same thing. I think my dictator comment is probably well placed. Is tell me why. Give me the Trump. Why Trump's going to be a dictator, why he wasn't in the first 4 years when he had every shot with COVID. No pun intended on the shot with COVID, by the way. Sorry.
Well, and so here's, again, fantastic, Greg. I'm glad that you want to see that debate. I don't. Mark Kelly is the worst debater in the history of debates. He's terrible. He debated Blake Masters. Yeah. Blake Masters whooped his butt and still lost by 10 points. So it's, it's.
Are you saying he's not a master debater?
Well, he might be.
And childish stuff that we get to do now that we're on. We don't have reviews anymore, so I can say anything I want. That's right. He is not a master debater. The challenge, I think, is in this, with just this alone, is each side is looking for that middle. Okay. Each side is looking for that group in the middle that literally probably 2% of the nation hadn't decided who they're going to vote for yet. And I do think the Kamala, like which way the Democrats are going to go after the convention. I think after the convention, there will be 2% of the country that doesn't know what the hell they're going to do. So the fight for those people are not won by JD Vance is weird. He's weird. These guys over here are pretty weird. Let me tell you. Let me show you what's weird. This is weird.
Democracy's calling.
That's weird.
Daddy fight.
Hi,
do you remember
my
this?
name is Cooper, and this is a day in my life as a White House intern.
White House intern. Yeah.
We did it.
But JD Vance.
Hey, everyone.
Said something about.
Usually I start off with a big coffee. Sorry, they're like really strict in here.
Hey, Jenny. I booked you a nail appointment, love.
Yeah, I didn't tell you to do that.
It's called Initiative. Hi, White House. This is Cooper. I don't think so. Oh, doesn't matter.
This is actually the entrance to the West Wing. This is so fun, and it's really prestigious.
Okay, we don't have to watch the whole damn thing. You're welcome. But yes, that's the thing. The 2% in the middle have seen the weird. I think Chris brought up the whatever cabinet member was busted for stealing bags in the airline so he could get his designer dresses. Yeah, them calling JD Vance just weird isn't really going to hold much weight, but it is. Hey, at least it's unified.
But now we're having a weird off, which is also weird because that's all I saw on Twitter. Oh, yeah, JD Vance is weird. Look at this weird thing. Look at this weird thing. Because again, right, politics is about constituencies. It's about the progressives are a big part of the Democrat Party. So they have to do things like this to appeal to the progressives. So they don't feel forgotten. So they show up and vote. That's why they're canceling student loans. They're literally buying votes. This is all strategy. This is all being done on purpose because they know you're not going to vote for them anyways. And the more they tick you off, the more you talk about them. Like that's all. It's all part of it to me. It's all that manipulation that we get.
Why can't we have a weird off? Weird offs are fun. If we have to focus on the boring nonsense of Kamala Harris, the boring nonsense of a JD Vance, the boring nonsense of whoever the hell she picks as a running mate, that's just not fun. Oh, weird off is a good time. I like going with weird off. I go, but you guys did. I love that. We all love that. That's why reality TV is a multi-bazillion-dollar industry because we absolutely love that stuff. We dig our guilty pleasures, and a weird off should be one.
But that's it. You've nailed it because that's what politics has become. It's become entertainment that we fight about and we argue about and we feel horrible about or we feel good about. It's the same thing as watching the Kardashians.
But if you can watch it on a really cool TV, that is what it's all worth it. And here's the deal. So you understand when my girlfriend says I want something today, it means today. No two ways about it. Wanted a new TV. Want to get a new TV, and it had to be today. And it was, okay, I'm coming by to grab you, and we're going to go get a TV. It's going to get a TV. I was absolutely shocked that a 75-inch TV with all the bells and damn whistles was under $1,000. Like, it is just, it's absolutely mind-blowing to me. The TV that size, that quality, that everything, all the bells and whistles, every feature you can imagine, was like, I think it was $599. It's on sale for $599. I'm like, what world did we move into that giant movie theater screen is now $599? And I think it's fantastic. And I'm going to get to the point here in a moment because Rob brought this up for years and years and years. And as we go through this election, as wealthy people, people of success, people that have built their life, their fortune, amassed wealth with Bezos or whatever, if you stole it like Zuckerberg, doesn't matter how you did it, and you're reaping the benefits, need to be vilified by these rich people. We're going to tax the rich and these evil rich people. I got to tell you, overfunded, overfunded retirement accounts and all that. We're going after everything. Unrealized gains. We're taking them on. It's because of those people that we have giant televisions for $500. Giant televisions that are a third of what a new iPhone is because somebody at some point decided I'm going to buy the first $5,000 HD TV. I'm going to buy it. And my buddies are going to buy it. And as a matter of fact, each of my rich buddies are going to get into some competition about who has the biggest high definition TV, which made the industry move to that, which made it more affordable because of the competition. Thank you very much. So Rob found a TV that he wants. You want me to throw it on here, buddy?
Yeah, let's do it.
Here's Rob's new TV. If everybody, and by the way, Super Bowl parties, we're going to be charging a little bit of money for admission at Rob's house.
Got to pay for
because his new TV is kind of quality. Check it out. Let's go. There it comes. This is Rob's backyard. So we're all going to be in the back in the nature preserve. And this is Rob's new TV. It is a $1 million television. God bless Rob for going through the financing. I don't even want to know what his interest rate is on this.
Don't worry. That's right.
They
gave me a break on
it. Yeah. It's all about the size, Grizz. And there you go, champ, right here.
Oh,
boom.
Size matters.
That is a $1 million television.
At least according to this video. I'm not.
That's got to be a mill. It plays ESPN, so you get a discount because you have to torture your way through watching ESPN. But the great point about this is that so many people would say, "Oh my gosh, that's just excess. Oh, how could people do that? Why there are people starving in this nation? There are people that are homeless in this nation. Why would we need a $1 million TV?" That's because when my daughter and my son are my age, a TV like this will be a few $100. Actually be affordable, and grandpa, will be in the pool watching my Dodger games on a TV like this.
And that ultimately is the best argument for America ever. America has brought not just us prosperity through economic policies, through innovation, through allowing people to be free to explore their own ideas. That's how you get electricity. That's how you get $1 million TV that pops out of the ground, that has a screen that folds and comes one and you can't even see the creases. That's how, because we love to innovate. And yeah, sure, maybe that TV was made in Japan or something along those lines, but our prosperity taught Japan how to be prosperous, taught China how to be prosperous, because we are free. And that is the most important economic message. So I want to go back to the weird cat lady comment. If I'm JD Vance, again, everything is about messaging. And I think JD Vance missed the ball on this because he tried to double down on it and say, I don't have anything against cats. What you need to do is you need to be super specific. You want to know who I'm talking about? Boom. There's Vice President Kamala Harris. There's Elizabeth Warren. And then you talk about what Kamala Harris wants. You point out all of her super progressive positions, like getting rid of ICE, like whatever. Elizabeth Warren, the prosperity tax, the unrealized gains tax, which is highly unconstitutional and stupid because it will sap your ability to create and buy your $1 million TV. Because if your home value goes up, which impacts everybody, you're going to have to pay the government for that. That's ridiculous. But that's what these people want. And that's what they think the future of the country looks at. You say, look, maybe I shouldn't have been sarcastic, but I wasn't even running for Senate at that point. I was a talking head. I was trying to sell books. I was being cable newsy. Here in the real world, I just want to tell you what I'm talking about. I'm going to talk about what's going to happen to you if these people continue to get elected. Every time your home value goes up, you're going to have to write a check to the government. That includes anyone that lives in any neighborhood in America. You make a compelling argument and you explain your position, and you're saying that at the end, maybe that makes me a little bit weird because I still believe in American values. I celebrate the weirdness of America. And it's funny because the liberals always told me cities like Portland and Austin should stay weird. So I thought they celebrated weird. Huh?
No. They celebrate democracy by crushing it. So fantastic. Mm-hmm. We protect democracy, save democracy.
You see the big news yesterday? $35 trillion in debt, the United States, baby.
Well, they're gonna go big.
Killing it.
Seriously, if I make a decision to go into debt, I'm gonna go.
You
might not know I will. You might not know that I have gone into debt, but there will be signs. Like, why does Mike have an F-350? He doesn't need an F-350. Damn right, I need an F-350 and a boat. Mm-hmm. And a big camper trailer.
Where's Rob? We haven't seen him in a while. Oh, Rob's in Fiji.
Yeah, exactly. His name is actually Stan Davidson because he got the Social Security number, opened a bunch of credit cards, and I'm gone. See?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can't find me for at least a year.
I don't know what the extradition deal is there, but yeah.
I'll just go to Venezuela instead.
Yeah, exactly. But Venezuela, that's actually a good example. Y'all, it's a fired up example. I love it. It's a good example that with this whole uprising, that the police force and the military that is supposed to be defending the government is laying down everything and just saying, all right, I'm with you guys. What's this? Yeah.
When we just disappeared magically.
Yeah, that wasn't a sign that we went into debt that was not a sign that we won the lottery.
Mm-hmm. This is probably true.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
had to be a good IPA though. Only way to go. Only way to go. And Lynn, please clarify this comment.
Damn, Rob.
Damn.
Just damn. Is it damn comma Rob or damn Rob?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Exactly.
Damn, Rob. Where are we going?
That I should be doing messaging for the Trump and JD Vance campaign because they'd win. I'm just telling you.
Yes. And Greg, I'm telling you, dude, that's not too, it's not too far off. I mean, it really isn't. When Trump wins in November, Dems will preserve democracy and burn cities down again, like in 2016. It's going to be interesting. I said this, I've been saying this for months, actually, is no matter what happens in November, this is going to be a wild time. Between now and the end of January 2025, we are going to see some crazy. We've already had an assassination attempt, a very close, incredible assassination attempt. Oh, did you see the new acting head of the Secret Service? Do you see him on Capitol Hill today?
I watched one tiny clip.
Exactly what we need to hear. That's all I got to say. That's whether he's sincere or not, whether he's part of deep state, whether he is just out there, throwing out things to make us feel better. Good. I mean, I always said that about a president. President's job is when the crisis happens to get out there and say, "Daddy's here. I got this. I got this. We're okay. We're America. We got this. Not dividing, not it's this person's fault and that person's fault. This is unacceptable. This needs to happen. This needs to get down. We got an investigation going. Daddy's in charge. I got this. Heads are going to freaking roll for this. Love it. Cool. Thank you very much. Absolutely enjoy that.
I think Kennedy's a perfect example of that. Bay of Pigs invasion, when that didn't go well. And this was an interesting thing. But do you want to talk about the deep state? Oh, Lynn, I apologize. I'm making him think.
Yes.
That's what look, that has always been my goal, is to try to think about things a different way. Because if you go on X or if you watch cable news, it's the same line of thinking every single day, every single minute. And especially now, it's one side or the other. It's religion. My side is always right. Your side is always wrong, and vice versa, which is obviously stupid because both sides are wrong a lot. Both sides are more wrong than they are right, in my opinion. So that being said, we do want you to think about things a different way. I don't remember the other point I was going to make, but that's what happens when you do this thing live. I am 100% always. And I always
has been, and good Lord, everything.
But here's the thing. I have been right about a lot of things.
No, you haven't.
Yes,
I've been right about not on stuff that I get you to not be a contrarian on. How long did it take you to watch the damn movie JFK? For the love of God, just because everyone else liked it, everyone said it was great, everyone said it was this, Rob's contrarian, I finally smack it in his hand in the form of a DVD, for the love of God. And I say, here you go, dude, watch it. And he's like, well, damn.
Yeah,
so it's that kind of stuff that I get Rob to stop being a contrarian.
I'm glad you brought that back up because I forgot my point I was going to make about quote unquote deep state.
Okay.
So CIA under Eisenhower had this plan to go invade Cuba and use Cuban rebels. You probably heard about it. It became the Bay of Pigs invasion. But that was during a transitionary period. So they train, they do all these things. Kennedy comes in office, and Dulles, who was the director of the CIA at the time, Alan Dulles, he and all his team go to JFK, like, oh yeah, we got this. Cuba's ours. Castro's gone. It's going to be fantastic. Awesome. Same thing they did to Obama. The CIA takes young presidents who don't have a ton of experience in foreign affairs, like Kennedy and like Obama, and say, this is what we need to do. They even did it to Trump. And I'll explain that in just a second. So this is some realization I've had just by studying these things. So JFK, naive, 44 years old or whatever he was, says, yeah, okay, cool. I believe you guys. I trust you guys. Go do it. And it was a disaster, a complete and utter, unplanned, horrible disaster. Fast forward to Obama. Obama comes in office, 2009. They're like, hey, man, we got to go blow up the whole world because there's terrorists everywhere. And Obama was like, okay, I don't want to fight you guys.
Let's go do it. It's the right thing to do.
Let's go do it. Mm-hmm. Trump, 2017. Trump gets in office. General Mattis, the Mad Dog, who everybody loved. And this is what happened between Trump and Mad Dog. Mad Dog came to Trump and says, we have a plan. There's a bad guy in Yemen. We got to go kill him. He's the leader of ISIS or ISIL or whatever the crap it was at the time.
ISIS, yeah.
But Trump sends in the SEALs, like thinking it's all good, easy breezy. Wasn't easy breezy. A SEAL got killed. My reading on that is Trump got pissed and didn't trust Mattis anymore, much like Kennedy didn't trust Dulles after the CIA debacle of Bay and Pigs. So you want to talk about deep state, whatever you want to call it, that's how it operates. It says, ooh, we have a new president. Ooh, we can influence the new president. Because what do we all react to? Fear. What does a president not want? A terrorist attack on America. Make America look bad. So they all go, okay, let's go bomb
President Biden, here's what we need to do, sir. Mr. President, we need to pull out of Afghanistan. Okay, let's get a withdrawal plan together. No. Today. What do you mean today? Yep, today. Okay, today. All right, let's do it. Let's go ahead. Today. Same thing. The same damn thing. No exit strategy. Just get everybody the hell out and let everybody die. And it's but we can say, I saved us millions of dollars a week. We're spending on that nonsense.
I just transferred that money to somewhere else because the CIA and deep state told me.
Yeah, I was told this guy Zelensky's really funny. We like him. He's relatable.
About it. When you go back to JFK and Eisenhower, who, when he left, worried about this very thing.
Such crap.
The deep.
Going back to this. You want us to masterfully tie in two stories that we talked about? Watch this. Beta male
Back to be with his men's group.
White dudes for Kamala. Okay, that's who? Who's that guy? That's Rudy, right? That's the guy that played Rudy, right? Okay. Then Rob's amazing TV. Rob's new TV.
I want to watch the white dude for Kamala on that TV.
No, I do not, because I would end up doing bad things to my $1 million TV. Okay, so this is Rob's TV. So how about this? This is going to come out of left field. Just bear with me here. So I was dating someone way back in the day, starting the careers and things like that. And she was in sales, and she had a conference in Vegas. So I go to Vegas with her, and she was like the top salesperson. Their conference was at the Bellagio. And she said, we just been upgraded to the penthouse in the Bellagio because I was the number one sales. It was it was during the tech bubble time where they just do all stupid crap like that. And I roll up. I had to go to the whatever check-in and get a key to this, but because the elevator was basically the front door. So basically the floor was the thing. It was one of those, right?
Only seen that in the movies.
So I roll right. So I hit the thing, beep, get up there, hit the thing. Doors open. There's the person I'm dating, the girl I'm dating, and this old fat guy sitting at the bar, because there's a bar in this thing. And this is the two of them. I'm like, what the hell? I am not down with this kind of thing. I don't know. I know what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but this ain't my kind of bag, right? Guy stands up and he goes, "Hi, my name's Rudy Rudiger." And I'm like, wait, like Rudy? Like from
The
like
actual
Rudy? The
Mhm.
actual damn Rudy. And he was up there doing the speech for their, they paid him $1 bazillion to give his little rah-rah speech and the motivational tech crap that they were doing. And they had a function at that room, and he was just there hanging out because she said I want to meet him. But anyway, so I'm like, okay, this is really cool. Shoo him off because that was just weird. And so, but fast forward 20 something years, Rob would have taught me already. No, you sit Rudy down and it's time to interview. It's time to ask some questions, right? But no, I shoot him off because I was young and stupid.
Yeah, well, we all are.
And I did this. So I was like, we're standing there in this giant, like 4-bedroom, like thing in the Bellagio. And I hear bong, 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 bong. And the lights kind of went like this. I'm like, the hell is that? And there was this button that was lighting up. So I'm like, oh, a button to push. I'm like, yeah, boom, hit the button. The TVs start coming out of parts of the room. I'm like, they start coming up from the ground like this damn thing. And they showed the Bellagio fountain show. That was time for the fountain show. Or why don't I go out to my 1,400 square foot lanai and watch it with my own eyes? Holy mackerel.
Love it.
Yeah. So anyway, sorry. So I had Rudy and the TV coming out. It just, that was on my brain, buddy.
No, I love it. And I love the tie into the Rudy story because it brings us back to our personal freedom and individuality. One of the things that is so great about Rudy is he put in all that effort. If you've seen the movie or if you know the story, he goes and he wants to play football for Notre Dame, and he's tiny and he's not fast, but he goes to practice and he gets beat up every single day, and he never gets into play. And at least in the movie, I don't know if this happened in real life, the team went to the coach and they all put their jerseys on remember in the movie, they put the jerseys on the desk, and the coach finally relents in a blowout game. Lets Rudy come in, and Rudy gets the sack, and the crowd goes crazy. Everybody's chanting Rudy. The point of that is the breakthrough comes after you put in all the work, after you do all the work. Like, for example, KFYI. So this is a kind of a fun story where Mike and we got separated in our radio journeys because I got fired from our old radio station. One of those out of the blue things. I didn't do anything wrong. I just had a salary they didn't want to pay anymore.
Good show, goodbye.
Exactly. Good show, goodbye. So I go across the street. Mike and I still hanging out. We're still doing this, the bromance. And then I have to start doing the download. I got to wake up at 2:30 in the morning to get on the air at 5 a.m., deliver the best damn news show in Phoenix.
It was up there with evening news about the same time, sir, which I was doing across the street. I'm just saying, come on, pal.
Team, though. I had no team.
Okay, fair enough. I was just reading. Rob was preparing and actually doing stuff. Yes.
So then, Mike and I are doing this little, okay. And then Mike's like, all right, I'm going to leave over here because, I'm not getting anywhere. And I'm going to take my Rudy jersey and put it on. I'm going to put myself out there. And then whatever it was, a year or two, and they said, okay, the morning guy left and went over to the station that Mike and I left, and they were figuring out what to do. So they moved James T up to the mornings, and they figure, all right, we got this guy. We're going to bring him in. I don't want to move there. Okay, cool. And they're like, oh, we got this other guy. Oh, he's under contract. All right, Rob and Mike, you guys are it. So that was our Rudy moment of 7, 8, 9, 10 years of doing things together, fill-in shows, that we finally got our shot. And then it was just put the gas pedal and go, baby.
That's right. We did put up numbers that no one else did. It was pretty fun. But then going back to our old spot at KTR over there, the Bertrand Berry, I got to know B-Train from the Cardinals. I had to know him. One of the most genuinely sweet, amazing men. He's just a good dude, a good human that you just want to like emulate. You want your kids to be like, act like B-Train over here, right? Don't act like your dad. Act like B-Train. And he said he went to Notre Dame. He played football for Notre Dame. And he goes, man, because I asked about it. I told him that same Rudy story that I just told y'all. And he said, man, it is the weirdest thing. He goes, day one in Notre Dame football, you bend the knee and kiss the ring of Rudy Rudiger. Like you were told the story. You meet the man. And it, like in North Korea, when Kim Jong-il died, it was like, if you weren't weeping in the streets, they arrested you and, sent you off to wherever, just killed you. In Notre Dame, if you aren't in complete awe, outward awe of Rudy Rudiger himself, you are just nothing. That's the joy of being a Notre Dame person.
That's supposed to inspire you, though, right? That's the point. And I think to go back to the beginning, where this is what we're missing in this country, I think, is inspiration. There are no political leaders out there inspiring you to be better as an individual, inspiring you to put in the effort like Rudy did or that Mike and Rob did to finally get their shot at KFYI together and to be able to do historic things. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but like White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre, Mike and I, we walk in history. I don't know about you guys. I'm just speaking for ourselves.
I walk in something. I can smell it from here. You can clean the shoe off. This is another historic event. The Olympics now going on, and a lot of people roll their eyes. But I was just talking about it on the Go Show. There's archery, there's shooting, there's clay targets. There's really cool stuff. Did you know breakdancing is an Olympic event now? Come on.
I love it. I think it's fantastic.
Do you really?
Big win for hip hop.
That's not a big win for hip hop. Hip hop. The needle didn't move on hip hop when somebody said, "Okay, we're all gonna go watch electric." No. What is it? Break into Electric Boogaloo.
It's an homage to hip hop because this is like one of the original things where hip hop came out of, the break dance over the break beats on the drum tracks. Fantastic. I love it.
So, how much have you watched of the Olympic breakdancing?
I will watch the highlights. I don't even know when it's on. I haven't watched any of the Olympics yet.
I have no idea. Here's some for you. Watch this. Yeah, that's the guy in the blue, and that's a guy in the blue. That is a biological male in women's boxing. There are two genetically male boxers that are just, look at her. Her face is she's going to get killed. This guy is just destroying her. And there's two that are allowed in there right now. And this poor girl got the draw from Mexico. She got the draw that's your first bout is against a biological man. And look at her. Her face is just about to pop out of that helmet because it's so swollen.
Algeria?
What's that? Yeah.
Is that Algeria?
I believe so.
I'm surprised that they allow that in Algeria.
Well, I think they're allowing it to be like, you pretend you're a girl. Go win a gold medal for your country. Just pretend to be a girl. This is completely being taken advantage of. And all of these poor women that have to step in the ring with these two biological males. Oh yeah, big shocker here. Here's the big win. I have it muted because it's in via San Francisco. Thanks, Chris. But look at this. Tell me this this young lady here just won the bout there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. There you have it.
But see, here's how I look at this. You're seeing it. Yeah. And that's the important part about it, because it's fine in theory, but when you see it, it's different. When you see it in that context on a professional level, we're not talking about high school sports now. We're talking about the premier Olympic athletic event that only happens every 4 years. So you see for yourself how far this has gone. And when you see things, that's when you can change things. Like, for example, one of the big parts about the civil rights movement that was massive was it was on television. You saw black people getting sprayed by fire hoses. It's obviously outrageous. It's not until you connect it visually that you go, oh, wait, something's wrong here. So if this continues, and let's say there's two biological males in this, and they win gold and silver, and they're in the final match, that's when people are going to go, wait a second here. Is this really what we're going after? I
think the headline's going to be that that's going to be the gold medal match. Those two biological males, let's just say it, those two dudes, whatever dudes for Kamala, are going to be in there boxing each other, and one of them is going to protest because one is more biological male than the other. One has had less hormones than the other, and it's going to be a protest. This isn't fair. Well, what's not fair is that you two dudes are beating up women all the way to the medal ceremony. So it's just, I can't wait to see it in swimming, because Leah Thomas was not happy that she did not have it, or he did not. It did not have an opportunity to be in the Olympics. If Caitlin Clark's not in the Olympics, come on, Leah Thomas. We can move on now, please.
Well,
but when it comes to boxing, like it would be swimming would be the same thing. When it comes to boxing, it's just absolutely absurd that we're just, I mean, this is the example, and Rob's bright because we get to see it, because this is the example. Fight sports are the example where a biological male and a biological female, I mean, good grief, that it's on stage.
Well, there was an MMA fight. I think it was here in America. It was the same scenario, and the woman was pulverized,
destroyed.
But it caused some conversation, at least, to go, maybe we should press pause on this, at least for now, until we figure out the way forward. Even though it seems like it should be obvious, it's not always obvious, because politics is politics. And people are afraid to get labeled and called names and things like that, which is why. So if you have this social pressure, you end up with the situation in the Olympics, and then you actually see the results. So if these two biological males, trans females, whatever their titles are, and again, I don't want to disparage that, but it becomes obvious, and then it maybe, hopefully, forces at least a pause in a conversation going forward, because sometimes you need that shock to go, ooh, yee.
That woman from Mexico has a lot of shock. She had shock in just a flurry of male fists to her face, and then that UFC thing that was like that trans biological, whatever it was. Are you not entertained? At the end of it, grabs a microphone. I'm like, whoa!
No, I'm not. I'm not entertained by this.
No. I'm coming for the title. I'm like, yeah, Dana pulled back on that in a hurry. Okay, so let's get back to movies then, because Ron said my guilty pleasure, Breaking 2 and BMX Bandit.
It was not a UFC. It was an MMA, not affiliated with UFC.
Yeah, there we go.
See? That's awesome. Breaking, not just Breaking 1.
No.
Breaking 2.
Because wasn't Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo? It's just fun to say. Wasn't it Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo? I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Yeah, Breaking 2, 84, Electric Boogaloo.
Yes! BMX Bandits. Is that, I think maybe a guilty pleasure move for me is Ski School.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes.
I love Ski School.
Taste Death, Live Life. I actually said that on the rafting trip. Taste Death, Live Life.
Yes. Ski School's a difficult pull. Not many people have seen that. I've probably seen that, not in 30 years, but when I was a kid. I probably saw it a dozen times.
Now, there were a lot of other guilty pleasures I had, and that's after the parents went to bed and Joe Bob Briggs Drive-In Theater came on, or the late night Cinemax or something like that. It had nothing to do with BMX Bandits. I'll tell you that much. The formative years of my life.
How about Gleaming the Cube, the Christian Slater skateboarding movie? No. Oh, it is. Brendan just put it on there.
Wait, no way.
That was funny. Same time, man. Same time.
Christian Slater?
Oh yeah, it's on. I tried to watch it recently. It's on one of the streaming services. And I got like 15 minutes in. I'm like, maybe nostalgia should sometimes stay nostalgia.
Exactly. But how many times? Okay, how about this? So parents that should pay less in taxes, apparently. The parents in the room here. What did you show your kid a movie that you were like, oh, you've got to see this, and as you're watching the movie, you're like, this does not hold up. Oh my God, I am really, really sorry that I made you watch this. This is terrible. This is actually a bad movie.
Goonies. So my friend New York Rob, longtime New York City police officer, lives out here in the Valley now. He had never seen Goonies. So one night we're watching Goonies. And I still love Goonies, but if you're watching it for the first time in 2022, maybe not.
I watched it.
There we go.
Dude, where's my car? That's fantastic.
Yes.
But I actually, when I showed my kids Goonies, and I was like, okay, yeah, because I still love Goonies. I think Goonies is a fantastic movie. And so when Goonies starts, like in the first 10 minutes, I think they use every swear word that I didn't want my kids hearing in the show because they were that young. I never wanted them to, because I just thought it was a show about young kids going out and adventure and doing their thing. I'm like, oh yeah, the kids are gonna love this and this. F this, S that. I'm like, whoa, okay, we're done with that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Let's think of some other ones that are still. I tried to watch one of those, Steven Seagal movies.
Yeah, no.
And it's it's fun when you're a kid, not so much when you're an adult.
But even Bloodsport, where I was like, yeah, you watch that now, it is god awful.
Yeah,
it is the worst.
Acting's terrible. Wayne's World's still good though, still holds up.
Maybe the worst movie. Speaking of sequels, the worst movie that's still, by the way, touring is still. It's kind of like the Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's kind of the same kind of vibe. Like it's still going around, and there's a documentary called "The Best Worst Movie of All Time" or "The Best Worst Movie Ever." It's Troll 2. Troll 2 is quite literally the worst movie that you will not be able to take your eyes off of. It is that bad, but damn, you just got to sit and watch.
Jennifer Aniston in that one?
Huh?
Is Jennifer Aniston in that? Isn't she in like a weird?
God, no.
No?
I think Courtney Cox was in the first Troll.
Okay, maybe
Troll 1.
I got my friends
confused.
Then,
yeah. But then Troll 2, I remember I was watching with a buddy of mine, and we're just scrolling through. We're just bored, waiting for a football game to start or something like that. So it was Troll. It was the scene was, and I forgot what the scene was, but we thought that both of us thought the same thing. That okay, the movie that we're watching right now, or whatever's on the TV, is the scene in that show is some high school play that's poorly acted, and the camera's going to pan out, and they're actually going to like have a plot and just no. It never, ever panned out. It is just god awful acting and just hilarity. The best line from it is, "You can't piss on hospitality." Mm-hmm. Leprechaun.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Brendan. You guys are absolutely amazing. And I have to go. My mom commented. My mom is that a show? I'm
Soap?
Because Lynn said that.
Funny Soap was the funniest show ever?
Yes.
Bite your tongue.
Oh, maybe is it Soap? I'm a little confused here.
Somebody said something about Soap.
Oh yeah, there was a Soap on there. Lynn said that. Oh, okay. So now I got it. Soap. Mom agreed. Lynn backing it up. Okay. Got it. Now I'm following along here. Comments coming in.
I know. Yeah. Soap is freaking hilarious. Where did I miss this? What is Soap? I got to look this crap. I already see Rob's fastest fingers going on right now. So he's going to show me what the hell's going on. We've worked together long enough. I know exactly what Rob is doing right now. So,
yeah, I remember seeing this. I don't remember any of the. Richard Mulligan was in it. Oh yeah, Billy Crystal. There he is. Someone mentioned Billy Crystal. Catherine Damon. Let's pull up the 77 to 81. That's why.
Soap. Oh yeah. Well, no, when I was in there. All right. Let's see. Yeah, Soap, the TV series. Yep. Don't remember it. None of this. Nope.
Yeah. Let's see if we can do this real quick.
Don't have it. My parents. I mean, like there was some really, really good stuff, but the town of Dunn's River, Connecticut. Yeah, that's probably why I don't like it.
There's Soap.
That Northeast stuff. Oh, there you go. Thanks, bud. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember any of this. Like none of this. No. But I mean, but I remember the OG shows like Hogan's Heroes and like what was it WKRP in Cincinnati? Cheers. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, some of those early 80s shows, since I was a late 70s kid, I don't remember TV until probably mid to late 80s. And probably not appropriate to watch Soap at 4. Mom, I don't know. Did we watch it? I don't know.
Yeah, it's funny because my kids grew up on watching Disney movies and all this and Pixar and all of that, but now I'm my girlfriend and her daughters don't watch we're like, have you seen Cars? Because we're up north by Williams, and have you seen Cars? This is basically Radiator Springs. Like, no. Like, have you seen this movie? No. Seen this movie? No. But they saw Wedding Crashers and all the Adam Sandler movies. That's what they grew up on. Just a whole different experience. Yeah,
absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I watched
all right, y'all.
Like 3 years ago for the first time. Not bad.
Bewitched was fantastic. Da-dun, da-dun,
that's old school right there.
Dun. Oh yeah, Bewitched was fantastic. Yeah, they have different. Yeah, anyway, actually, the first show. Want to hear this? Kind of crazy. The first primetime TV show to depict a husband and wife in the same bed.
No.
Anyone? Princess Bride's fantastic, by the way.
Wasn't Dick Van Dyke because they were separate beds.
Nope. It's gonna be what you're not gonna get it. I was gonna tell you because you didn't know, because no one knows it was a primetime show like The Simpsons. It was a cartoon. It was the Flintstones.
Mm-hmm.
Widen your scope, jeez. And I love Lucy. It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But you remember the beginning of I Dream of Jeannie? That's what made me think about it, because I Dream of Jeannie, like at the end of the intro, the smoke goes under the bedroom into his bedroom. And then it comes back. They had to play it in reverse to make it like, no, we're not doing any of that. Although this is the biggest male fantasy show in the history of all television and entertainment. It's an astronaut that has a hot genie that wants to do nothing but call him master and please him. There's no bigger male fantasy show ever. Think of it. No?
That does not sound super appealing to me. I don't want to be called master. That's weird.
Okay.
We're going back to weird.
She can call me Mike if she wants to. That's fine. I'm digging master, though. Fantastic. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. On that note, hey, why don't we do this again, and we'll narrow the scope a little bit for you. No, Lynn, we'll make it happen. Thanks you guys for hanging out. We appreciate you. And again, like it, share it out, and let everybody know we're just doing this every day at noon right here on Russell and Hunter. Have a great day, everyone.